Healthy work style in the digital workplace. Module Introduction. According to many surveys, we spend most of our waking life at work. In fact, we spend about a third of our days working. This is double the amount of our waking time we spend as moments in leisure. Think about that for a second. Taking out sleep time, we spend twice as much time at work with our coworkers, direct reports, and yes, our boss, than we do outside work. Until recently, outside work would mean at home, but as a result of COVID-19 pandemic, many of us have ended up working in a home office, so to be precise, we will refer to working and free time. Home office led to statements like, I can't separate home working and free time, and no time to relax, which we have come across doing our stressless research in the second quarter of 2021. Participants who stated higher scores in no time to relax also said they were more emotionally exhausted. Taking into consideration all above, the healthy work style in digital environment is becoming a topic of huge importance for the business. It is scientifically proven that healthy work style brings us the following benefits. We have less doctor visits, which decreases our healthcare costs and the number of days we are away from work. We feel more energetic, which improves our mental and physical status and helps us to work harder. Our happiness levels increase, which boosts engagement and productivity. Happy employees are more loyal, creative, and collegial. They also earn more than the unhappy individuals. However, the working population is increasingly adopting sedentary lifestyle, working behind computer screens, sitting at desks, staying in sitting positions most of the time, or standing in the same position for a long time. Further to it, we have to take into consideration the negative effects of our increasing ICT exposure, which is the main driver for increased working hours, creates interference between work and free time, or results in work intensification. Working conditions vary depending on business sector and whether people work from home office or not, but the unhealthy behavior appears in all sectors where workers are unaware of healthy diets, are unable to engage in appropriate physical activities, or do not have the means to cope with stress and maintain mental health. A healthy life and work style consists of four components: eating right, moving more, sleeping better, and regular brain breaks. The first component is eating right. Eating right is important because the food we eat affects, of course, our health, but also our brain. We should begin the day with a healthy breakfast and partake in a regular lunch in order to be more productive. Have you heard the saying, breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, dinner like a pauper? So, our daily healthy diet is key for our work productivity and well-being, and we have to start paying special attention to what we eat if we would like to avoid stress and other health issues. The next component of healthy work style, moving more, is like a meta habit for fulfilling your basic needs at work. There are multiple benefits to moving more, like better heart health, physical benefits, reduced stress, emotional benefits, and greater focus, mental benefits. When we think about exercise, a lot of us think about good looks or losing weight. But in fact, one of the biggest benefits that we now know from the research on exercise is the benefits that we gain in terms of our work performance. This is because exercise makes us smarter, and it does it in some very specific ways. For one thing, it gets more blood flow to the brain, which improves our focus. That means we are less distractible over the course of the workday. It also activates the memory regions of the brain, so we remember information more quickly. You don't have to read a memo 3 times in order to understand it, you get it in the first time. Last but not least, it puts on a good mood. If you think about what we do at work, we are connecting with others. either in connection with our colleagues or we are trying to attract new clients or vendors. And so being in a good mood isn't something that's nice to have. It actually is a necessity for doing a good job at work. We need to think about exercise as an investment in our future. If you spend time going to the gym or exercising at home, you're actually investigating in a better future, not only for yourself, but for your loved ones and your company. The third component of healthy work style is sleeping better. Sleep helps us to refuel physically, mentally, and emotionally. Just as exercising is very important for productivity, so is sleep important for our well being, positivity, and creativity, as well as our health. In addition, it turns out that getting a good night's sleep also helps us focus better during deliberate practice. An experiment has been conducted how our brains function when we sleep 7 to 8 hours a night or less. People sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night were asked to memorize positive and negative words, and it turned out that they've remembered about 70% of both the positive and negative words the next day. But those who have slept 5 or fewer hours were able to remember about 70% of the negative words, but only about 30% of the positive ones. What that means is when our brain feels like it's not getting sleep, it feels like it's under threat. So then, if you're under a threat, what do? You are starting to feel anxious. Your body starts to generate stress hormones and you are scanning the world for the negatives, the threats to protect yourself from, which means you're missing out on opportunities. You're missing out on creativity and joy. Regular brain breaks can help to refocus your attention if you experience brain fog or feel absent-minded. Taking a moment to move away from the screens and recharge alone gives you time to reflect on yourself and understand why you're feeling the way you are. Such short pauses can actually help to lower the stress in your body and mind. Apart from our personal healthy work style, we should take into consideration that the environment matters too. You can find some useful information about ergonomics of your workspace in the Home Office module.